Hi, this is ronMctube playing Hunter Call a Wild on PC. Today we're on theHunter Savannah and we're going to be doing a brand new lion hunting guide for 2020. Now a lot of people have asked me for this, so I thought it's best to put some time into it and do it proper. So this is where we're going to start. I'm going to show you every location, where I've got my tents and where I'm starting from. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This is our first location. We're going to walk from here down to this pond. It's that simple. I'm going to try and keep it that simple all the way through it. Now how you pronounce that I've got no idea, but that's the outpost. We're going to walk straight down to this lake. On the right here you often have one, you might have two on this corner, and then there's a couple more lions in these bulrushes just in front. So often there's like 4 to 5 lions on this little pond alone, and a lot of people say I can't find a lion. This will give you probably 3 to 5 lions, this lake, every time you come here. So come from 12:30 onwards and allow the lions time to get here. You should always do that on need zones, allow a little time just to make sure the animals are where you want them to be. And that's what we've done this time, and it's working out nicely. So always be there a little bit later and give the animal a chance to get to where you know it's going to come or go to. Right, on my right is often a lion, maybe 2, resting in these bushes. I'm just checking. On my left there is often one down near the water as well. Don't spend too long looking in these areas, just quickly glass over them, because that's the whole point of this guide, is to just focus on time and covering area in known locations. A lot of people spend too much time in areas looking for things, and that's often why they miss them. They go too deep into hunting, and often things have moved on or gone from where you're actually hunting. Now there's a little female messing about. The Cape buffalo are trying to chase it and attack it, but that's going to go down to the water. It's because we've just about hit like the peak time of when to come here. Now there's some already there and they're just going down to the water. But as you can see, plenty of lions about. So I almost guarantee you that 9 times out of 10 when you come to this lake at this time, there will be plenty of lions here. Now we've got the 338. It's not about getting trophies today. It's just about showing you where the locations mainly are for lions, and then you can find them yourself. And if you follow this guide, sooner or later you will get diamonds and rare lions. Just remember that getting diamond lions and albino lions is not easy. This is about getting lions and trying to up the probability of getting them. It might take you a long while to get an albino lion. A level 9 diamond lion, I think if you just stick at it, you probably get one in a week. Just keep doing this guide over and over. But you might not do. But you will definitely get a lot of lions, and that's the whole point. You just try to up your probability of getting. That's often how it is with this game. Now what does happen a lot is things like this. The Cape buffalo in areas where lions are will attack you when fired upon, so you just got to be wary of that. I've got the 338 and it does dispatch him quite nicely. Notice how I dropped off the scope with a minnow mouse button when they get really close interactions with dangerous animals. It's quite a good tip. You won't always hit them perfect, and it's not about doing the perfect shot every time. When you're hunting just for fun and for big numbers of animals, every shot's not going to be perfect. Killing so many animals so quick. But I reckon we'll get about 10 lions from doing this guide, which, like I say, if you've not been getting any at all, and you can get 10 animals every 45 minutes, lions, that's quite a good result, I think. So that's what we're aiming for, to try and get 10 lions, and I think we'll probably do that. For those of you who haven't seen my albino lion video, check it out. But this is the actual location where I got it. Out of all the lakes, this little pond probably provides the easiest access and visibility to hunting lions in the game. It's a really good area. Got one over the back of the pond, we'll shoot that in a minute. So like I say, make sure you focus on this pond especially. If you just want to come and get some quick lion fun, this is where you come. It's very simple. You're from an elevated position and they're all around the water. Very simple. 338 smashing that one. It makes up for that earlier shot, which was a bit weak, but it was just an awkward one with a hill. Right, let's take a look at exactly where we are again. So as you can see, all we've done is walk from that lodge down to the pond and we've killed 4 lions. So that's not bad. 4 to 5 is what you should expect around this area. We'll move to our next location. Some of these locations, you might not have many lions when you go there. It might be 1, might be 2. So don't expect 4 or 5 around every pond. Some have got 4 or 5 around every location, but it's not always the case. We're not after trophies today. We're just going to hunt lions, and then whatever comes. So if we get an albino, a diamond, it happens. If it don't, it don't. So we fast travelled to collect the last lion on this pond. Quite a nice shot that one, 300 metres. Left lung, right lung. Heart shot, straight down. Right. So we're going to go right in the middle of the Vahunga Savannah now. This is where I've got my tent location, right on the edge of the pond. Fast travel here. So we spent about 10 minutes here probably. And here we are. Now one of the key things when lion hunting is the sound. If you listen in these locations I'm showing you, all you need to do, and often it's not even seeing them, is hear them. You often hear the lions before you see them, and it's the breathing, the panting. You can hear that from a very long way away. It's 250 metres plus. I've heard some people say 400 metres plus, and I won't say it isn't, because it is a long way. I don't know the exact distance, but you know, once you start listening for it and hearing the lions breathe, you can tell which location they're at and where exactly they are. Now they're often all the way around this lake. You just have to listen, and if you can hear them, because the lake's very small, you know they're there. If you can't hear them, they generally aren't there. So we've moved on, and that's a key tip there. Don't hang around where you don't think there's animals. Move on, cover somewhere else. So our next location, straight in front of me out the tent, there is often a lion there. If it's not there, it's moved round to the right and round the corner, but there's normally one every time on my left, just in these bushes. So if you put a tent where I've got one, just be wary that when you run down here or walk down here even, you'll often see a lion going that way where I'm looking now, or there will be one in there, and you'll hear it. Remember what I've just said, if there is one down there, because of the distance. But often there is always one on my left, and if you come to this area where exactly where I'm standing, you'll know, because you'll hear it on the right or the left if there's any in the location. There might be one in both locations, but like I say, you'll know because you'll hear the lions panting, breathing. If you get too close, they'll often give you a warning call as well, so that gives them away. So using your ears and sight, but like I say, the sounds from the lions are probably the biggest giveaway of how to hunt them. So we know there's one down here, and we know there's jackals. This lake is really good for jackals as well. Also warthogs. So you get quite a few species down at this lake, but lions are really good. And just below me on my right, there will be a lion often here, sometimes 2. And what happens is, and what I'm doing is by design, I'm trying to flush the lions to the left. That's why I'm running this way. So you might think I'm being a bit silly running, but I'm doing it by design. I'm getting up high, flushing the lions to the left. They almost always run left from this location if you spook them just below me. And there is a clear opening on my left where I can shoot them. I also have a tent on my left, so if I can't get a shot on them here, I fast travel quickly and then I get a shot on them before they run by me. So it's all by design. So just give this a try and you will get lions around this location. If you want me to do any other guides, drop them in the comments and I'll try and make it happen. When they're really detailed guides like this, they take quite a while to put together, and I need to show you that they work, so I just have to gather up what you need to see, what you want to see next when I'm doing them. So I do go off the comments, so always drop in the comments what you want to see me do next, and I'll now try and make a video, a theme to make that happen. So we've tried to flush any animals that was in that area here. I can hear one down here. Now sometimes that's a giveaway as well. If you see jackals running or other animals running and you haven't spooked them, that often means there's a lion here as well. So if you see jackals running away from a certain location in a group, there's probably a lion in the area. Now I might spook those, so that's why I'm just checking. But we're going to fast travel here to the other tent on the other side of the lake, and this has kind of spooked the lion, so we know it's here, so we'll shoot that one. I often use the 338 for lions. What is your gun of choice for lions? Doesn't matter what you use, drop in the comments. It's a medium-sized male, it's a 6, and we've also got a female here. So just from doing what we're doing, we've just covered that lake pretty quickly, and we've ended up with 2 more lions. So we're not doing bad, are we? We've got 6 out of 3 quick locations. There is some more lions here on the right side. Just going to check down here. Sometimes there's one here, but if you fast travelled or shot here, that will probably push the lion back towards the right side. That is a key point in the Hunter games, where you approach areas, where you flush animals. Once you learn where animals roam, walk, go once they're scared, it gives you a big advantage. A lot of people just think of hotspots, but you also want to know about where animals move and go, and that's often where they run away from and where they come to. And once you know where those paths are, you can put tents down, ambush them, things like that, and it really ups your level of to what you can get in the game. That works both in the Hunter Classic and the Hunter Call of the Wild. What is your trophy animal you're after at the moment? Drop that in the comments, I'd like to hear about it. Mine is nearly 95% after a diamond jackal. Been really struggling, as you probably know if you watch my videos. I've been putting in the work as well. It's not like I'm only shooting a couple every now and again. I'm shooting 3 or 4 every time I come to certain lakes, and I've been hammering them for weeks on end and just not coming up with the goods. So drop in the comments what's your bogey animal at the minute. So there's another lion, so that'll be number 5. We'll collect the female, that'll be number 6. So we're trying to get 10 if we can in this guide in about 45 minutes to an hour of hunting, which is quite good, I think. Right. So over the other end of the pond you will get lions, but they're often on the far right corner and the far left. In the middle they don't seem to be there much. In the middle you seem to get jackals, warthogs when they flee side to side. You might get wildebeest there if there's a big group sometimes that's gone around that area. They're mainly on the right. A lot of areas, a lot of animals I should say, like to go on the right hand side of this lake. We are also just checking over the other side just in case that diamond jackal is here. You never know. I'll bag one soon hopefully. But we might have scared a lion over that sort of way from when we fast travelled. That's what we're just checking there. And here is our female lioness. We'll collect that. Now there possibly is another one on the far right, but I want to show you other locations within the need zone time. Now often that's like 12 till 3 or 3:30, that sort of time, but we started at 1, so we've got to try and get there before it ends. We've got a few locations to cover and I don't want to waste it all on one lake and then get to the other lakes past the need zone times and then the lions probably won't be there. So we're going to move on, but check that right hand corner as well. Now our next location is what I call Jackal Lake. because this lake is absolutely snidered with jackals. Someone asked the previous video, where is Jackal Lake, Ron? And this is the location. It is really good for jackals. And where you come from my tent just there, straight out the gate, at this time we're visiting, or from 12:30 onwards, there's always jackals on the right hand side, and often there's about 7 or 8 of them. So as soon as you spawn at my tent, look straight forward. Now if there's lions about, they often spook them. And as you can see, quite a few jackals running away. We'll just check them just to make sure there's no biggies there. But this is Jackal Lake. It looks a bit like your ear in shape, but all around these edges there is lions and there is jackals, but there is a huge amount of jackals at this location. I think it's probably the best area to hunt jackals in a small amount of time. So you're getting a jackal guide and a lion guide. But yeah, this lake I call Jackal Lake. So if you want to hunt jackals, come here and you'll get plenty of them at this kind of time. 12:30 onwards till about 3 they should be here before they start leaving. But if there is a lion in the area, they will spook them like the other animals. And you will often hear the lions on my left and just in front. It may seem a bit silly what I'm doing, but I'm just going to run towards where the jackals are now. We're not after jackals anyway at the minute. Well, we are if we see a level 9. But at the minute we're focusing on lions. And the thing is, what I'm showing you now, it doesn't really matter, because most of the jackals will push, or animals, when you run this way, is like we was doing on the other lake, we're going to flush them straight in front of us. So this is what I'm doing. It's by design. We're going to push straight forwards. We know there's a lion coming as well. So sometimes when you run like this, it will actually spook the animals, but they'll let you know where they are. So sometimes it's actually a better technique than creeping around on your belly or taking it too casual, because the lions, animals will make a warning sound and you know they're there. So over the left hand side there is often a lion, so we're just having a quick look, because there's a drinking zone over there, rest zone. So we're going to go up onto this little peak, and you can see all down this right hand side of the pond. Now this is often where you see jackals running away towards that corner. There is some actually resting over there. Got a lioness here, and you will often get males and female lions in this sort of area. Try and look over the other side if we can, because there will be animals on the other side. You often get gemsbuck, warthogs, jackals in this location. So look left and right and just focus down this long run. But like I say, for jackals, this little run here, always here if you come at the right time. So we're just looking for lions. I can hear one over that side, so we're just trying to locate it. The one we just shot has just dropped dead over there, the female, the lioness. So no, that's dead. Now there's one over there, because I can hear it. So he's in the bushes. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. Wapunga panigabring in the water. Something like that. Come on, where are you? You're over there somewhere. Some of these bushes. Ah, there you go. There's a male just behind the bush. Try and get the outline. There you go, drinking zone. So left and right these ponds and the right corner. That should be a good shot, I think. He'll jump about a bit. When they do, they'll go side to side and then they just drop dead normally. And if you haven't done a really good shot, they'll just run off. If it's like a body shot or something. Right, so let's go and collect our female and our male. So there we go. Not a great shot. We hit it from behind, so we hit more of the back end of the vital organs. but ideally you want to try and hit them just after the front leg in the front rib cage, and you often get double lungs with a nice clean shot. Now where's our male? He's up here somewhere. There's the rest zone, so we know he was here. What you've been up to this week, drop in the comments what you've been up to keep yourself sane during this slightly boring time, but obviously dangerous time. What you've been up to, been playing the Hunter Call of Wild, the Hunter Classic. Drop that in the comments, let me know what you've been up to. Right, where is this lion? I'm going to collect this one and I'm going to move on to our next location. Right, there was the shot, the kill shot, and as I said, he was jumping about and then dropped dead. 12:30 to 3:30 is the need zone time here, and that's when you should be coming. But like I said, make sure you come after the start of the need zone time, because you obviously want to allow the animals to be there. So we went from here down to that pond, to this pond. There wasn't any there, but don't rule that out just because I didn't get any in the video. There's often lions around that lake. Then we fast traveled to this location in the middle left. Then we went to this location, and now we're going to move on to our next new location. Now, like the top right pond, this lake is probably one of the best lion locations for getting quite a few in one sort of area, which are easy to kill. So on this place, make sure you take your time a little bit more. On the right, you've got one there, can hear it already, can hear another one somewhere. They're often straight in front as well as you come out of the tent. So there might be 5 to 6 lions here. Often on this corner where I'm looking now, there could be 1 or even 2. So you've got potentially 6 lions probably around this area, 5 to 6. Rough estimate, but you never know. There's always, like I say, minimum 4 or 5 around this location. So just give it a quick scan round, use your ears. We know one is on the right, but I'm just going to run round from left to right around the lake, and we're just going to kill what lions we can see. We're going to do it in quite a quick time because obviously I want to cover the areas during the need zone time. So we've got up to about 3:30 max, and we're getting close to that sort of time, and we've still got another lake to do yet. So we're not going to just take half an hour in game time looking around this lake. We're just going to go around, quickly kill a few lions, and then move on to the next location. But you can see there's lots of lion activity here, and you will get quite a few lions on this pond alone. So you can either choose to put tents all around these locations I've shown you, or even if you've only got a couple, just put them right here in the top right corner. That's what I suggest if you want the most lions in the quickest time, and I hope that helps you out. Like I say, when you've hunted these areas and checked this guide out and you've done it a few times, drop in the comments how it works for you. Have you had any lions? If you had any trophies? If you had an albino, I hope you do. Drop that in the comments. I do like to hear about that, because when I see these guides and I put them up for the Hunter Classic, the Hunter Call of Wild, and then I see someone say, Ron, I just bagged my biggest ever trophy animal following this guide, or I got a rare, or whatever you get, and I see that in the comments and I respond to you, that makes it all worthwhile. And I also know it works for other people. That's the whole point of why I like to see you respond. And like I say, I always reply in the comments as long as I see them, and I check most of them. I will miss the odd one, but mostly I will respond all the time. Right, so we know there's lions all around this area. We've scattered the area. I can hear them everywhere, and we've got plenty of tracks. We're moving quite quickly around the area, and you notice how I'm doing it. I'm moving certain areas using height advantage where I've got it to look in key areas where I know they'll probably be. Now in this little bay just below me, there is often lions sitting here drinking. So when you come out the tent, look straight over to where I'm standing now, and you'll often see them standing there, and you can see where the tracks are and where the need zone is. Just going to look over that way to see if we can see any there. Just about where I am now, there's a big hill. They stand on there sometimes, and often you will either hear a roar or you'll hear some kind of indication that they're in the area, so just check that out. Just going to get another double check and then we'll move on. So whatever you're listening to, or listening through I should say, you should be able to hear panting. You can hear them on your right, left, and that is a key giveaway. So like I said, I can't get over how important the sound is in this game. And it's weird because I didn't notice it for certain animals, but the more you notice it and the more you pay attention to it, the better you get at getting animals and hunting in this game. So it sounds such an easy thing. What a pun. It sounds such an easy thing. It sounds such an easy thing to say, and such a stupid thing maybe, so simple, but it is a really key important part of the game. The sound is very important. Alright, so we've got a male here. I can hear one. There's something over that way. Can't see it. It's in those trees. We've got plenty of jackals running about as well. There's definitely another lion over there. We're not going to try and kill every lion. We're just showing you that the locations where I'm hunting, there is lions. So you can go and hunt them. And obviously you can take as much time as you want doing it. But I'm limited in time. I'd love to do a video about 9 hours in length, but it'd probably take me a whole year to upload. If you want to know the exact size this video will be, for example, it's probably going to be about 20 gigabytes in size. So yeah, they're quite sizable and it takes quite a long time to render, edit and upload. Right, so we've just got a female and a male, so another 2 there. So we're not doing bad, is it? What's that? That's probably, is it 9? Something about 8 or 9 lions now, so we're not doing bad. Our next location we'll probably get 1 or 2, so we'd meet at like sort of 10 quota I was hoping to get, and in about 45 minutes to an hour's time. That's not bad, is it? 10 lions in that time, I think that's quite good. Been pretty focused on what we're hunting as well. On the 28th of April, in a few days time, the great ones come out. That is a non-typical whitetail. Here is our female. That is a non-typical whitetail, and it's going to be rare. It's going to be a level 10, which is a new class. Its difficulty is fabled, and like I say, they're going to be on Leighton Lakes, and that's going to get hammered when they come out. I'm going to be hammering them as well. We did that the other week. I've done videos on it recently. Check them out if you haven't already seen them. But that's going to be a big deal. There's going to be a lot of bug fixes as well, which is always a great thing for the game. A lot of people like that and they always ask about them. So just remember about this, that the people who are making the game and who work at the studio, they're all at home as well, doing this from home and fixing the game, updating it, making content. So it's not as easy as normal. So just give me a little break sometimes about that. Just remember, we're all not doing things as normal at the minute, so it makes it even harder. But yeah, 28th of April, the great ones come out, and the first great one I should say, and it's going to be a non-typical whitetail. Got a Gems book, Jackal. Let's collect our lions, move on with a guide. Got one more lake after this, and we should just about squeeze it in before the need zone time runs out and the lines change and move on. For all the Hunter Classic people, what do you want to see next? Do you want to see a detailed guide? Do you want to see a fun hunt? Any specific animal you want me to cover? Drop that in the comments. I'm always making content for both games, and I know some people only watch for a certain game. They want to watch Call of Wild or they want to watch Classic, but I cater for both, and I have to sort of jump in between and cover both sides as I get chance, because I'm always busy as well, so I have to do the videos in between and juggle it all around. and my house is really noisy as well. That's one of the reasons I don't stream. It's not I can't stream. I could do Twitch stream quite easily. I actually set up Twitch before it became Twitch. That's when I first joined Twitch, and I was going to do it, had it all set up, but I've got a few kids. It gets noisy, and I can't really do the Twitch side. Unless we just do it totally bizarre off the handle and we just go no holds barred, all in. That might be a bit chaotic. Some of you will love that, but I'm not sure how that will come across. But we'll think about it maybe in the future, because a lot of people do say, why don't you stream, Ron? I think you'd be good at it. And I could do it, I just don't, mainly because of the reasons I've just suggested. But if you want to see the Hunter classic content for a specific animal or video, drop that in the comments. I'll try and make that happen. Now we're on to a final location. This is where we are. This location always provides lions. It's a really good location, and what I like about this place is you walk down a really steep hill which gives you ideal viewing straight down the valley. So if there is anything near the water when you come here, you see it straight in front of you. There's no vegetation to get in your way, and because you're high up, it's quite easy to spot them. We're a bit late in the day. We're right on the end of the need zone time, and there is a mythical lion. So that's a nice little bonus there. You will often get mythicals around these lakes. I think mythicals should be more rare, to be honest. I think they should be like 9 as hard as diamonds. We're just going to take him out. It's quite a long shot, but that should be good. Yeah, he's jumping side to side. That normally means he's going to die shortly. He's like, what's gone off? Someone's whacked me. But yeah, as you can see, if you come a bit early in the day, there'll be a bit more to the right of this lake. We're just going to scan round. This lake will often provide 3 to 5 lions all around this area. I have had 2 diamond lions on this location as well, on the left hand side of it. But we're going to collect this lion, and that's basically the whole area of hunting lions covered. And we've ended with a mythical, which, to be honest, that's about as high as you should expect a hunt. And if you get a diamond or an albino, I just see that as an extra special bonus. You shouldn't go out expecting a diamond lion, because they're really hard. They're one of the hardest species to get. But I've really enjoyed showing you how to hunt lions on theHunter Savannah. So it's been great doing an updated guide, which you know is current for 2020 for hunting lion. You can go out, try this yourself. You've seen it in action. You know the lions are there, and what I'm showing you is legit. If you bag a monster lion, drop it in the comments. I want to see your diamonds. I want to know if you've had an albino lion, and just let me know how you go on. I wish you the best of luck. I'm ronMctube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channels. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.